Sending a text message from the Easy Smart Texting platform is pretty easy and only takes a few steps, and you'll be able to get it done. So from your main dashboard, all you have to do is go to Messages, Send Bulk Message. From here, you'll be able to have all the options as far as what you're looking for. What we always like to do first is put the message in there. So for this example, we're just going to use a demo one and just make it look pretty and how you want it to look when it reads on the phone. The thing to always keep in mind is that when you're sending a regular text message, you want to stick at 160 characters. So if you see this particular example, we're at 179. So you always want to change things up to condense the message. So that way you're at 160 characters if you're sending a standard text message. And to do this, you just literally just play with the message until you can get it to a point you want. So let's do this. There we go, 145. So we're good. But you can get the point from here. After you got your message done, then literally you got a few different steps in and you're good to go. From here, you select groups. And if you have multiple groups, you can select them or you can just select one. So for this particular example, we only got one group in here. But if you have 5 different groups and you want to send a message to all of them, you select them all. Schedule delivery. So here's the nice thing about this is that you can literally pre-schedule your messages in advance. So that way you can set it and forget it and it's done. So for this particular example, let's say I want the message to go out Saturday at 12 p.m. I click Saturday, 12, move there, hit done, and it will set it up. Make sure obviously your time zone's correct, and that way at least it's good. And from here, we always recommend hitting number pool and sticky sender. So what this does is actually, if you're sending messages out, the message will come from the same exact phone number every single time to the same customer. So that way there's no confusion that the message is coming from, who the message is coming from. Always keep the batch side on. Depending on your list size, change your batch size. So let's, for example, let's say you have a list of 5,000 people. We always recommend change your list, and you can go to, let's say 1,000 or 2,500. And the batch frequency, we always like to do it at every 5 or 10 minutes, depending on the list size. If it's a larger list and you're doing about 2,500 messages or more, change your batch frequency to every 10 minutes. And we always like to move the throttle down to slow. That just basically means that the messages are going to go out a little bit slower in batches of 2,500. So this can be changed any which way. We don't like recommending fast throttle just because sometimes those will get stuck in the spam filters with the phone carriers. Slow and medium will give you a good delivery rate. If you ever have questions, you can obviously scroll over the question marks and exclamation, and it will tell you a little bit more. But typically for most standard senders, I'd say keeping the batch size low and how frequent, and that's it. So let's, another example, let's say if you have 1,000 people on your list and you put it at a batch size of 100 every 5 minutes. What this means is that every 5 minutes, 100 messages are going to get sent out. And then after 5 minutes again, another 100, and so on and so forth until it goes through the entire list. So depending on what your end goal is and how quick you need the messages out, that's how you do that. If you got any other questions, hop to the next video, and this will answer as far as how to send the message out to your groups. And literally once you're done with the message, hit send. If you want to incorporate an image, all you gotta do is click the MMS feature. And for this particular one, you want to keep your image size under 600 kilobytes. Anything above that, you want to stay away from. Shrink the image because the phone carriers will start blocking those messages if the image gets to 1, 2, 3 megabytes in size. So that's kind of a tip on that side. And that's really it. I'll see you on the next video, and this is how you send a message through the Easy Smart Texting platform.